In today's hyper-connected world, social media doesn't just connect us. It immerses us in the lives of celebrities, influencers, and everyday people alike. With just a swipe or a tap, we're granted a front-row seat to the highs and lows of fame, witnessing moments of triumph, joy, and sometimes spectacular failure. We watch as stars share their celebrations, their struggles, and their stumbles, all in real time, as if we're right there beside them. But this constant access comes with a price. The line between entertainment and real-life consequences can blur in an instant. Social media can amplify the best moments, but it can also broadcast the worst. When a celebrity makes a mistake, it's not just a private misstep, it becomes a public spectacle, dissected and shared by millions. The world watches, comments, and judges, often forgetting that behind every viral moment is a real person facing real consequences. Yesterday, the city of Los Angeles was buzzing with excitement as crowds gathered to celebrate the 4th of July. Among them was rapper 4Xtra, who decided to turn the holiday into a personal showcase for his fans. Streaming live to thousands of followers, he set out to make his mark on the night's festivities. But what started as a bold, attention-grabbing display quickly took a turn no one expected. In a matter of moments, 4Xtra's boastful fireworks show spiraled out of control. The dazzling lights and thunderous explosions that were meant to impress instead triggered chaos and panic. Emergency responders rushed to the scene as the celebration turned into a medical emergency, all while the cameras kept rolling and the world watched through the lens of Instagram Live. The disconnect between the online persona and the harsh reality of the situation became painfully clear. What looked like harmless bravado on screen had very real, very serious consequences in the real world. The crowd's excitement faded to concern, and the night's festivities were overshadowed by regret and reflection. This isn't just another piece of celebrity gossip to scroll past. It's a stark reminder of the dangers that come with chasing clout and attention through risky stunts. The pressure to go viral, to outdo the last big moment, can push people, famous or not, to make choices that put themselves and others in harm's way. As we revisit the events of that fateful night, let's remember, the line between celebration and catastrophe is often much thinner than we realize. One impulsive decision, one moment of showmanship, can change everything in the blink of an eye. Especially when pyrotechnics are involved, the risks are real and the consequences can be devastating. In the age of instant sharing, let's not forget that every action, no matter how fleeting on screen, can have lasting effects in the real world. Before the accident, 4Xtra was an up-and-coming rapper in LA, carving out his own lane in a city known for its fierce competition and legendary music scene. Born and raised in South Central, he grew up surrounded by both the challenges and the creative energy that define Los Angeles. From a young age, he was drawn to music, using it as an outlet to express his experiences, dreams, and frustrations. His lyrics often reflected the realities of his neighborhood, but also carried a message of hope and ambition. Known for his energetic music and bold online persona, 4Xtra quickly built a reputation for electrifying performances and a style that was impossible to ignore. Whether he was rocking a packed club or dropping a freestyle on the street, his presence was magnetic. He wore his confidence like armor, and his fashion sense, always loud, always unapologetic, became part of his signature. Fans loved his willingness to take risks, both musically and personally, and he never shied away from speaking his mind. His Instagram at 4Xtra is filled with music clips, studio shots, and candid moments, blurring the line between artist and influencer. He shared everything, from late-night studio sessions to spontaneous street ciphers, and even the struggles that came with chasing his dreams. His feed wasn't just a highlight reel, it was a raw, unfiltered look at the grind behind the glamour. Followers got to see the real work that went into every track, every show, and every post. He's not a global superstar, but his followers see him as a symbol of ambition and authenticity. For many young people in LA and beyond, 4Xtra represented the possibility of making it on your own terms. He interacted with fans directly, responding to comments, reposting their stories, and even meeting up with supporters at local events. His openness made people feel like they knew him, not just as an artist, but as a person. That's what made his accident hit so hard. He felt accessible, relatable, and suddenly, very vulnerable. The news spread quickly across social media, and the shock was palpable. Fans who had followed his journey from the beginning felt the impact deeply, as if it had happened to someone in their own circle. The incident forced many to confront the risks that come with living life in the public eye, and the reality that even the most confident personas can face moments of crisis. 4Xtra's brand is all about being extra, loud, daring, and always in the spotlight. He thrived on pushing boundaries, whether it was through his music, his fashion, or his social media stunts. Every move he made was designed to capture attention and keep his audience guessing. He lived for the thrill of performance, and his fans loved him for it. But that same drive to entertain and stand out played a crucial role in his July 4th disaster. In a city where everyone is trying to make a name for themselves, 4Xtra's need to go bigger and bolder led him to take risks that others might avoid. The night of the accident, he was determined to put on a show that no one would forget, a decision that would change everything in an instant. His story is a reminder. Behind every online persona is a real person, facing real consequences. No matter how invincible someone might seem on screen, they're still human, with hopes, fears, and vulnerabilities. 4Xtra's journey is a testament to the power of authenticity, but also a cautionary tale about the pressures of living life in the spotlight. Independence Day is a time when the night sky comes alive with color and sound, a tradition that brings people together in celebration. Fireworks light up the darkness, laughter fills the air, and for many, it's a night to remember. But behind the dazzling displays and joyful gatherings, there's always an undercurrent of risk, a reminder that fun can quickly turn to fear if caution is forgotten. For 4Xtra, a rising social media influencer, the 4th of July was more than just a holiday. It was an opportunity, a chance to capture the perfect moment, to share the excitement with his followers, and to turn his celebration into viral content. Every sparkler, every burst of color was a potential highlight for his feed. The pressure to impress was high, and the desire to stand out even higher. The day began with energy and bravado. Friends gathered, music played, and the anticipation of the night's festivities grew. But as 4Xtra's attention shifted to his stash of powerful firecrackers, bigger, louder, and more dangerous than the rest, the atmosphere subtly changed. The excitement was tinged with tension, as everyone sensed the risks that came with pushing boundaries. Determined to make this night unforgettable, 4Xtra set out to dominate the holiday, both in real life and online. He meticulously arranged his fireworks, planning the perfect sequence for maximum impact. The city skyline became his stage, and his phone, the lens through which the world would watch. But in his quest for the ultimate shot, caution slipped away. A single misstep, a firecracker lit too soon, a fuse burning faster than expected, sent shockwaves through the party. The crowd's cheers turned to gasps as the unexpected explosion shattered the night's joy. In an instant, celebration gave way to chaos. Sirens pierced the night as an ambulance rushed to the scene. Paramedics worked quickly, tending to the injured, while friends stood in stunned silence, struggling to process what had just happened. The party was over, replaced by pain, confusion, and a desperate trip to the hospital. The aftermath was haunting. Fireworks debris littered the street, and the once festive crowd was now scattered and distraught. Police and emergency vehicles cast flashing lights over the scene, a stark contrast to the earlier glow of celebration. What was meant to be a highlight became a nightmare, a memory no one wanted. In the end, a single mistake, a moment of carelessness, turned a night of joy into a catastrophe. The lesson was clear. Even the brightest celebrations can be overshadowed by tragedy if safety is ignored. Hours before disaster, 4Xtra posted a video, confidently brandishing 2 large firecrackers. "I'ma blow it and gay up," he declared, words that now echo with bitter irony. The post, loaded with explosive emojis, was pure hype, meant to excite, not warn. But in hindsight, it reads like a digital countdown to disaster. His bravado, meant to entertain, became a haunting prelude to injury. The pursuit of online engagement pushed him to take a risk he'd soon regret. Sometimes the line between showmanship and self-destruction is just one post away. The aftermath was brutal. Graphic photos of 4Xtra's mangled hands spread across social media. The contrast was stark. Hours earlier, he was celebrating. Now his injury was a viral spectacle. The images left no doubt about the destructive power of fireworks. For an artist, the damage to his hand was more than physical. It threatened his career and identity. The internet, once his stage, became a gallery of his suffering. These photos turned a personal tragedy into a public warning. Fireworks aren't toys, they're explosives, and the consequences are real. The internet reacted instantly. Shock, sympathy, and dark humor collided. Some offered support, but many mocked, turning his boastful video into a meme. "Imabloa nga up" became a punchline, paired with images of his injury. The incident sparked debate about personal responsibility and the dangers of chasing online fame. 4Xtra's story became a teachable moment. Play with fire, get burned. The mix of empathy and ridicule amplified the story, making it a global conversation. He became both a victim and the architect of his own misfortune. In the digital age, one mistake can become a cultural moment overnight. 4Xtra's injury is a vivid reminder. Fireworks are dangerous, not just festive fun. Every year, warnings go out, but stories like his make the risks real. Burns, blast injuries, even amputations, these are the stakes. Treating fireworks like toys is a common, costly mistake. Safety rules exist for a reason to prevent tragedies like this. The safest way to enjoy fireworks? Leave it to the professionals. Beneath the memes, there's a lesson about responsibility, personal and public. 4Xtra's casual handling of fireworks was a personal choice with painful consequences. As a public figure, his actions set an example, for better or worse. The pressure to create viral content can blur the line between entertainment and recklessness. His story is a warning to all creators. Think before you post and respect real-world dangers. True strength is shown through wise choices, not risky stunts. The best celebrations end with memories, not injuries. As the story fades, one message remains. Celebrations should bring joy, not regret. Fireworks add excitement, but only when handled with care, or better yet, by experts. The thrill of a moment isn't worth a lifetime of pain. Let 4Xtra's experience be a wake-up call. Safety isn't optional. Choose public displays, make smart decisions, and look out for each other. Let's make our memories about laughter and light, not accidents. Celebrate life safely.